Hi there. It's time for another tour of the garden. So we're starting on the back side of the garden today. And here we have our Concord grape, marshmallow, and this is our comfrey that I have been growing for a few years. The goats love to eat it when it's their favorite treat. And back here we see the black currants. And
go down that way.
oh, okay. I was going to walk you into here.
Oh, okay.
If you want to.
Not
I was going to show them the serendipitous potatoes.
Hmm.
We have serendipitous potatoes this year, so we're hoping to get
Some potatoes.
some potatoes.
The other ones aren't looking so good.
So
That's our
yep, we
just
have
our gooseberries
Yep.
and the black currants here. The gooseberries and red currants.
the red currants are starting to get red, as you can see. Beautiful things there. Make that exquisite jelly that hopefully you'll be enjoying soon. And then here we have our buckwheat has come along. Excited about this. We enjoy our buckwheat porridge, and of course this is a wonderful way for us to get rid of weeds in certain parts of the garden. They tend to outstrip everything else, and we get the beautiful buckwheat grouts from it, and we can make porridge, which is delicious. Back there you'll see our elderberries that Najee got from a lady in Cape Breton. I think I mentioned that in the earlier video, but this is the first year that they're flowering for us, and quite a few flowers, as you can see. We had to move them from where they were. They weren't really thriving, but they're happy there. And here's the big garden. So here we have our lettuce and tomatoes and a bunch of serendipitous turnip. That's what all this stuff is, growing wild at this point. But our turnip is here in the first row. And then we have 4 rows of our Jacob cattle bean, which is a baking bean. It's mottled white and brown like Jacob's cattle in the Bible, hence its name. And then we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of corn this year, and they all came up really well. No crows taking seeds this year, which was awesome. Now you think it's because we oriented the rows this way instead of the crows tend to steal the stuff at the back of the garden there. And then we have here, what do we have here, darling? Oh, that's the little
Just 2 rows of the blue corn.
The blue corn,
It's
yes.
pretty spotty. They're old seeds, but there's some in there. And then your peas there.
And then my peas along the fence here, which I'm so excited that this is the most peas I've ever planted, or Najee planted them, but I collected them last year. So looking forward to hopefully getting a very big batch of those.
Mm-hmm.
And in the back over there,
We'll go around that way.
We'll go around that way. Hi. You see our water barrels that we fill with the overflow from the artesian well that we use to water the garden when it doesn't rain. And then back here, we have possibly, although not looking very good at this point, the pumpkins.
Yep.
They were decimated by cucumber beetles this year.
They looked really good when we put them in.
Yeah, it didn't take long. Within a week, they were totally skeletonized. So
I even sprayed them.
Now she sprayed them
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But they're not looking too good. I
No.
don't think we're going to get any pumpkins this year.
But then we have serendipitous buckwheat back there too. Just come up on its own.
Those chickens are looking for
They
something.
think they're going to get a treat.
I gave them those apples
Oh,
yesterday.
did you? All right, so we'll move on to the smaller garden. We're working on getting some little cherries to replace our cherries that died off, because they tend to make their own little little trees there will grow underneath them. So we collected a few. This is what this one is, and hopefully it'll bring us back into the cherry business. And then we have our wonderful, wonderful peach tree. It's coming along with all its delightful peaches. It too is making another peach tree, so maybe we'll get something going there. That would be sweet, literally.
Yep.
But this thing is just the beautiest thing. It was damaged really badly when we had that very, very cold winter a few winters ago. We lost the middle.
Well, it was the storm, the hurricane that really beat it up bad.
Yeah, that beat it up, but it lost its middle section in the freeze. And so it took a couple of hits, but now he's brought it back. He's retrained the branches, and it's just really coming along. So we're grateful to have it.
We got our jalapenos.
Oh yes, our jalapeno peppers here that we like to pickle. And then we have our wonderful sage, oregano, and lavender here in the old raised bed. And then here's our lovely kitchen garden, if you will. So we have our asparagus is just about gone to flower. And we're still getting asparagus, though, believe it or not. We're going to have some for supper tonight. So it's producing late in the year. And then we have our carrots here. And then onion. And a little more lettuce. And some peppers that Dan gave us. Some Hungarian wax, etc. back there in the little patch you see back there. And then we have our beets and our cabbage. And you can also see there's a few little butternut trees here and there, because this is a favorite place for the squirrels to bury their butternut. And then finally our string beans, which are a yellow wax bean, which we truly enjoy. We harvested for a good month and a half and are able to can some too. And then in the back there is the scarlet runner that we grow for the hummingbirds on that pole there, on that
cage.
And then you can see here our yep. Hi, Abe. Our neighbor just gave us some old chairs of his so we can sit and watch the garden grow. Yeah, put them right there, darling.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have a bunch of dill, because we are hoping to have cucumber back there for Najee to pickle this year, and our wonderful garlic. So I guess we can just run along there and take a quick look at the potatoes. Our cucumbers were also attacked by the cucumber beetles pretty hard. So we'll see how that goes. But fortunately, Najee did have a second round of cucumbers to try, and although they're attacking those too, we did take measures, and hopefully we'll be able to save them, but we'll see.
And the potatoes aren't doing so good either.
The potatoes
are slow.
And
That's what happened.
But
we're coming up all right here,
yeah,
but
further down there at the bottom end, not so much.
And then the same cucumber beetles that got the pumpkins are eating all these cucumbers too. And they were all sprayed too. It's kind of disappointing.
Very disappointing.
But anyway, they may come back. They're not as bad shape as the pumpkin. We do have 5 plants here that still may produce.
We'll see. Woodland apple is full of apples now. I made a little short video of it when it was making flour, but here they are, chock full of apples. We're going to be so pleased to get these. So grateful, because they're a delicious apple. Look at all the tiny ones that fell on the ground, and there's still so many.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
We have to prop it up. It's storm
It also got knocked.
blew it over.
Yeah, beat up.
We'll go over and see our flowers, sir.
Sure.
Your flowers.
We have the dog roses blooming right now. They're another wild rose. Very delicate little things. Not many apples on the August apple. Not many at all.
I don't think there's any, is there? Oh,
One.
yeah.
Two.
Not a good year for them this year. Yeah, there's some up above there.
And here's my my flower garden. Some of the flowers are beginning to fade. My perennial geranium is fading, and the lupin are gone to seed. The chive's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have black-eyed Susans in a month or so.
Your Gaillardia.
My Gaillardia is just wonderfully taken to the spot.
And the
We got lemon balm, and our columbine is going to seed now. I hope it receives all in here. And then, of course, our spiderwort goes to sleep at noon, so his flowers are closed up. But here's our wonderful Maltese cross that we brought down from the McCurdy's. And I also have some ladies' mantle that my co-worker Karen had given me a few years ago, and it's really taken that place over nicely. So we're happy to see the flower garden coming along. Oh, and look at the beautiful, wow. This is a rose that we brought over from Cape George when Rowan was here. I don't know when that was, in 2020. That was one of his first or second years here, 2019 or 20.
Yep.
And Najee took a little cutting because it was such a different little rose.
I took seeds.
Oh, it was seeds.
Yep.
And look how lovely it is. So we're growing here and happy to be here. Happy to share this picture with you guys. We just have the barbecue pit on and gonna have some of our asparagus on the grill. We got our flagpole up this week. And here's our lovely woolly thyme. That's really taken off once Najee put more rocks in there. It loves those rocks. And here's some radishes that we just grow every year. That it reseeds itself just for flower. They like to be with the dahlias that are in here. They're pals. We have some delightful chocolate mint.